Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me Isabel here with my DNF check-in for Q1. I've said that I'm determined to DNF more books this year, and I already have. I may not have DNF'd a single book in March, but I'm 10 books into 2026 and 6 manga, 16 things total. We are doing good here, okay? Thriving. That's what we're gonna call it. So let's talk about all the books I DNF'd, the manga, and then obviously we'll discuss the DNF bingo board I created, which I'm doing pretty good on. I will say every book I've DNF'd has not slotted into the bingo board, but I'm okay with that. So first, I did DNF Hot for Hostage. I found this heroine insufferably too dumb to live. That is literally the box it checked on my bingo board. She couldn't stay put. She put herself in danger, but like in dumb ways, not in like I can do this on my own ways, and like I'm this girl going to school to become a dog treat chef, pastry chef thing, and I'm gonna go to the mafia guy. I'm just gonna approach him. I'm just gonna do really dumb things and like try to kidnap him to get my way. No, I could not. I could not. That was just a no for me. Then I DNF'd The Sun, the Storm, and the Shadows. This is something I got for free during a Stuff Your Kindle day. This actually led to me unhauling 2 books off my Kindle, which was fantastic. This is a romantasy. I was bored. I recall just being bored. No good reason. I believe I DNF'd it for no good reason is what I marked it as. So there's that. It's fine. Yeah, I was just bored. It was not working for me. And then Playing for Monsters, I also DNF'd. This is a lingering, we'll call it, book on my TBR that I've had for a while. And I finally was like, let's try it again. This is a fairy book, like a fae romance book. It's kind of dark and twisted, so I thought it would be right up my alley. No, I just was bored again. Same thing. I feel like I got like a couple chapters in and I was like, nothing's happening. I'm not engaged by the writing. It feels dated in not the good way, where I'm like, yeah, I'm reading an older title. Of course it's dated. It was just like, why am I here? Lords of the Hunt, another DNF, another fairy DNF. I want fae books that I like, but I can't seem to find them to save my life. This was also a Stuff Your Kindle Day pick, and it has potential that I could have really enjoyed it, but basically I ended up annoyed at the end of the day when I was about 25% in, because like the plot was moving, but it wasn't moving fast enough for what was happening, because we were having an upheaval of the current Fae King situation. And that was just like not moving quick enough. Also, this girl's sister just like screwed her over, and I didn't like that element either. Then we have Empire of Lies. I made it about 60% through this, and then I was just so bored that I DNF'd it and was like, whatever, we're done, and moved on. I had an audiobook of this. It has a narrator I despise on there. So I was kind of like, well, I could count it in one of 2 places, and I just was like, I don't know. I fell asleep reading it. I was like, I'm so bored. I'm falling asleep reading this. Absolutely not. Not like I put this on to fall asleep. Then we have Rook and Rebel, which honestly, I probably could have put it as like writing didn't work for me, but I didn't. And this one I DNF'd because the writing didn't work for me. It was taking itself way too seriously. It's supposed to be a lights out-esque read, but it was taking itself so seriously in the first chapter that I couldn't see the like lights out energy there. That, again, I just think like at the end of the day, Rook and Rebel had promise that didn't deliver in that first chapter. You gotta hook me in a first chapter with some of these. Then Whisper Waves. I DNF'd this because I think I didn't realize they were like actual brothers in this, and then I was reading reviews, and for me, the grief and some of that in this, I was like, I'm out. It sounds like they basically romanced this woman to fill in the slot of the dead wife, and I don't know, something about it just felt off in the reading of it. I just was not super engaged at the end of the day. Then we have The Player Next Door. Same thing. This is one of those ones where, again, I feel like I've read this before. The writing was not grabbing me in. I've owned it for a while. And this is a girl and a guy who's a player. He like literally has been hooking up with the same woman for a while and knows nothing. And I don't know. That icked me out. I was like, I'm out. I'm good. And I could like forgive it if it was like 2 nights, but this is like an ongoing thing, and they're like breaking off their like hookup schedule sort of thing because she's found a boyfriend. And like that was weird for me, like what are we doing here? And our heroine was super nerdy, which I'm never opposed to the nerdy heroine player hero. but something was funky and it was not for me. Then I tried to read Come Into the Dark, and I DNF'd this because honestly, it is so dark that I don't think I'm in a place to read it currently. So I just said, we're good. I want to because it's supposed to be so fucked up and wild, and I'm like kind of intrigued by that element. But what I already read was so fucked up and wild that I was like, I think I'm good. So I DNF'd it. Then we have Falling for the Rake. This is a historical romance that's been lingering on my Kindle for a while. Also DNF'd it. I felt like I'd already read a better version of this story. Our heroine is like a botanist, outdoorsy person, kind of, not Veronica Speedwell, but like similar vibes to that, I felt like, to an extent. And our hero is this like Duke guy, and they like end up in a hole together in the ground. It was very silly, but I don't know. There was something about it where I was like, I feel like I've read this already and I don't really want to read it again right now. So DNF'd it went. So I feel really good about all the books I DNF'd. I think it propelled me into reading more so far this year because I feel like I've had this like release of just DNF the thing if it's not working that normally I would like push through too often. All right, let's talk about the manga I DNF'd, and then we'll talk about the bingo board. So I DNF'd Marmalade Boy, Volume 1, Collector's Edition. I did not like the twist in this. There's this particular point at which I was reading this during the Volume 1 vlog that I got really pissed. Because our heroine, they play a prank on her to make sure she's okay with them all still being in this swapped relationship. And I just felt like it was so cruel and so mean. Because already the setup's wild that the parents are like switching partners, but we're all gonna live in the same house. It's just weird. And I can be here for a weird plot and a weird setup, but it was just not working for me. I also DNF'd Citrus Volume 1. This felt like if you took all the like Yuri tropes or sapphic tropes of like, this is taboo, ooh, hee, ha, ha, let's make this like extra taboo situation, that's Citrus. And I was just like, I already know where this is going. I do not care. DNF Solo Leveling Volume 1 because I've already watched the entire anime that is available and I just did not care enough to read it. I thought I might, did not. Also DNF'd The Cursed Princess Club Volume 1. I got this, one of my besties loves this one, and I did not like the art. Specifically reading it physically, I did not like the art. The art did not work for me physically. It may work for me if I tried to read it on my phone, but it was just like not good art. For me, to me, not good art to me. You may think it's good art. I did not think it was good art. I was not thrilled. So I DNF'd that. I may revisit it on my phone at some point, but it was just not something I wanted to read right this moment. Then I DNF'd my solo exchange diary as well because this one was stressing me out. I tried to read it and I was like, you are stressing me out too much as the author. So I've unhauled everything I own by this author and I was just like, not for me. That's okay. We'll say goodbye now. And then last but not least, I DNF'd I'm in Love with the Villainess. This is a Otomi like game where they like end up in the game and they're trying to romance the villainess, and I just was bored. I bought this one a long time ago and I was bored. So away it went. I feel really good about my DNFs. I DNF'd a lot of Volume 1s obviously because I had that Volume 1 vlog, but also that has kept me moving forward on the space that I have here. So that feels really, really good. Now we got to talk about DNF Bingo because that's important. So this is the DNF Bingo board. So we have 25 prompts. I'm hoping to fill one board every 6 months. We'll see. And this is where we're at right now. So on the first row, old TBR book, not interested now. We have Playing with Monsters because I've owned it forever. Too Dumb to Live, we have Hot for Hostage. And then on our third row, 60% or more, we have Empire of Lies. And No Good Reason, we have The Sun, the Storm, and the Shadows. The next row has read a better version already. I put Falling for a Rake there. And at the end of that row is, oh my God, I missed this book. Oh, so 11 books DNF'd. Oh my God, we didn't talk about this book. Okay. We have Feathers from the Sky. I can't believe I left this out in the book list. Anyways, that's fine because y'all, I have never been so mad at a thing being done wrong in a book and getting a thing wrong. Anyways, our heroine is like a descendant of Van Helsing or some shit. I don't know. Something like that. So some descendant situation. And with that, someone is hunting them. They end up on this blind photo shoot and the guy is like the person looking for her. But he asks her the question of marry, fuck, kill. And it's like Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. And the answers were so wrong. I'm sorry. I know. You're stunned. The answers were so wrong that I wanted to scream. Because what do you mean? Tell me you have zero grasp on the Marvel Universe, and I don't care if you don't, but don't put it in your book if you don't, okay? Oh, when you get the vlog from me later this month, you'll see me rant and rave about this moment, but I was so mad at the order this author picked. There was an order I would have accepted, but the order we picked I was not here for. It was a red flag who the Mary was. That's all I'm going to say. Then we have Broken Rebel. I read one chapter and DNF'd it for the last row, and finally read 25% of a book, and that was the Lord of the Hunt. So yeah, I feel really good that I'm this far into the bingo board. I did not slot every single book I DNF'd in because some of them would have been the same prompt, but it's felt good that I've already gotten my 60% because, like, obviously it's never too late to put a book down. Truly, it is never too late to put a book down. So keep that in mind as you're reading this year. And I do think having the prompts have made me think a little bit about what I'm putting up, when I'm putting a book down and why I'm putting it down. But also a reminder that sometimes you don't have a reason. Sometimes you just DNF a thing, and that's what it is, right? So I would love to hear about your DNFs this year so far. Have you DNF'd anything that was especially heinous that you want to tell me about in the comments? Please do. Are you participating in the DNF Bingo? If you are, there's a link to the Discord down there if you are interested in joining us. It's also the Read What You Own Discord, but we're doing both of those in there because I was too lazy to make a new Discord. You can do that down below. And if you don't do any of that, leave me a book stack emoji today. We'll do. I will not have links to any of these books down there for you because I'm not encouraging anyone to pick these up. But I guess if you really want them, let me know. I feel weird linking to something I DNF'd. Anyways, I will have links to my friend anywhere on the internet that I am, though, and I will talk to y'all in just a few days in my next video. Bye!
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we wish.